All right, today's book share is called Arthur, It's Only Rock and Roll. And this book was written by Marc Brown. So some of your parents will appreciate this video because this story because this is right in my era. All right, here we go. Muffy was watching a Backstreet Boys video again. "How can you watch those sellouts?" said Francine. "They don't care about music. They just want to make money." "If you had a band," said Muffy, "you'd sell out in 5 minutes." "If I had a band," said Francine, "it would be a million times better than the Backstreet Boys, and I'd never sell out." Muffy snorted. "Oh yeah? Prove it." "I will," Francine stormed out. Everyone wanted to try out for Francine's new rock band, but auditions weren't going well. Francine had rejected everybody so far. George came out of the music room, shaking his head sadly. "Next!" shouted Francine. "I can't believe I auditioned 14 people and they all stank. Except for you, of course," said Francine. "You know what they say, honey," Mrs. McGrady said. "If the mountain won't come to Muhammad, then Muhammad must go to the mountain." "Go to the mountain. Said Francine. "So who are the best musicians we know?" Francine went to Binky's house first. "Will there be snacks?" Binky asked. Francine nodded. "Okay," said Binky, "I'm in." Then Francine asked Molly and Fern to join her band. "Francine wanted them, but not us?" said Buster. He and Arthur couldn't believe it. At the band's first rehearsal, Francine was very excited. "Guess what?" she said. "Mr. Haney wants us to perform at the PTA fundraiser." "But we don't even have a name yet," Molly said. "We'll think of something," said Francine. "Let's play." "Stop that noise!" yelled a neighbor. "You stink!" "You stink too!" yelled Francine. "You, At the PTA fundraiser, Mr. Haney introduced the band. "I am pleased to present the musical stylings of you." He paused. "Stink!" the whole band called out. They started to play. The audience went wild. "You stink! You stink! You stink!" the crowd chanted. The next day at school, the TV show Almost Live wanted to interview Francine. "So, what's next?" asked the reporter. "Another concert? A record deal? A tour?" "Music isn't about making money," said Francine. "You Stink will never sell out. We'd rather quit." After school, Francine told Fern and Binky what had happened. "We could have been on TV," said Fern. "No way," said Francine. "We're not sellouts." The Tibble twins ran over. Are you Francine Frensky?" asked Timmy. "Can we have your autograph?" asked Tommy. "It's You Stink," shouted some other kids. Francine walked away, but the others stayed behind to sign autographs. "Let's form our own band," said Arthur. "It can't be that hard," said George. "It's only rock and roll. And we could call our band We Stink," said Buster. "Perfect," said Arthur. Later that day, Francine saw Binky, Fern, and Molly on TV. "What are your plans?" asked the reporter. "Well," said Fern, "maybe we could make a CD. Or some action figures," Binky said. Francine was furious. "Those traitors." At rehearsal, Francine was still angry about the TV interview. "Those people want us to sell out," she said. "It's not selling out to go on TV," said Fern. "It is so," said Francine. "Binky, do you want to sell out?" He thought for a minute. "Maybe. I need new pants." "That's it," Francine said. "I'm leaving You Stink, 'cause you stink." This is where I'm going to stop our story for today, but we will finish it tomorrow. So come back tomorrow for the second half.